Yes, Karina. All right, perfect. All right, guys. So our apologies that this was not on the calendar. Obviously, we still have a meeting, and so that's why the crowd is a little bit smaller today. But nonetheless, we'll go ahead and get rolling. And so I'll turn it right over to you, Karina. Karina, I love the new sticker. Ask the Oracle. So really good stuff. So Karina, let's do a quick teaching moment of the week.
Awesome. Okay, everybody. So this is kind of a reminder to some, but maybe not all. So the referral agreement, the RFA, has a new document attached to it called the RAD, the RAD form. And this is a form that can be used to disclose to a client if you are receiving or paying out a referral on their transaction. So you can add it to the BRBC agreement or the listing agreement, or just use it as part of the referral doc. It also works to disclose if you have an ownership interest in the property, like a personal connection, or you know the buyer, like maybe it's your brother or something like that. That needs to be disclosed. So that form kind of serves two purposes there. Most of the time, you're going to be using it sort of as a supplement to that referral agreement. And that's all referrals paid out or received. So you can put the percentage in there so your clients are aware of those moving forward. Um, okay, part two is showing agreements. So eXp had their version of a single property showing form. But they're no longer supporting that in California. They want us to use the CAR version. So that's the form in Zip Forms. So you can use either the buyer representation agreement or that property showing agreement. Either one works for that, but no longer that simple EXP form for showing agreements. So I'll have a sample of that in Slack shortly. And last but not least is the MTBR. So that's the modification of the buyer rep agreement. That one comes in handy. Almost every single file needs it for compliance by the end of escrow because it's common to see a buyer rep agreement for a higher percentage than what is actually going to be paid at the end. So, in order to get paid and have everything done in your file, you're going to probably need that MTBR form, and it should be taken care of as early in the escrow as you can, not a mad scramble at the end, which is what we have been seeing. So please let me know if you have questions on those. Happy to help. Thanks.
Karina, can I ask a question right now?
Sure, sure, sure.
Is that okay? So if we've been using the EXP agreement and we're in contract, do we need to have them refill the CAR form, or do we do the MTBR?
I would probably check that with a broker just to see. I'm not sure when this effect went into place when they updated the EXP form.
Okay.
So you might need broker help on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good stuff, you guys. So, really quick update. I just want to remind you guys of our Fast Forward Movement community. Obviously, has nothing to do with fast real estate. However, it is your ability to join the collective in regards to our mastermind group. And so, I've dropped this before, but just in case you missed it, I want to make sure that you guys have onboarded to Fast Forward Movement. That way, you can get access to the university. That way, you can get access to all of the slides and the modules and all the things that are being created for you as part of the organization. This is a benefit to you. You know, you combine this with everything you learn at eXp, in-house, Slack, and then this is just an additional opportunity for you guys. And so highly recommend that you click that link. If you're not part of our organization, meaning Kenny and I aren't part of your sponsor line, it's okay. You could still join the sessions. You just have to get the individual password every single week that we put in Slack. And so you still have to get a password, but it's just not sent to you directly and you won't get access to the back end. But for those that are in the tree, I want to make sure that you guys get access to Fast Forward Movement because there's so many great things happening on the back end. So let me get right into the slides. But before I do so, Dan, good to see you, my dog. How was your night run the other day in Auburn?
Oh, dark and lovely. Stars were out. It was great.
Dark and lovely. I love
Yeah.
that Dan goes on nighttime dark runs with his friends. I think that's really cool. I don't have any friends that want me to go to the wilderness and run with them. Okay.
You just throw a headlamp on, it's fine.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys, let's go right into our slides for the week. We have quite a few things to share with you because it was a busy, busy 2 weeks. So before we get there, obviously tomorrow we want to make sure that we plant a seed. If you guys have done this or want to do it again, Demian is doing his monthly volunteer session at the Alameda County Food Bank. If you guys have not registered, please do so, and that is going to be tomorrow. But let's get into the new escrows. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to skim through any of these and get to anybody that is on the screen that actually had a deal. We had over 30 deals in the last 2 weeks, so I want to make sure to highlight anybody that is on the call, give a giant clap to everybody that was able to contribute to our sales in the last couple of weeks. You guys see the names. It's been a really, really incredible last couple of weeks. This is Trinae's second deal. She did a deal with her uncle, and this is her second deal. So it's incredible to see, her continuing to show up and really early in her career. Jung Hee, Christine, let's continue on. Got a couple other names on here. Jung Hee once again, and Julie. Mauricio got in a contract twice. You guys can see how busy we've been. Kelly got in the contract twice. I think that this makes her 8th deal of 2026. Also, Jay got under contract twice, once in Daly City and once in Antioch. And I do see Kelly here. So, Kelly, I'm going to give you the mic, my friend. Let's go ahead. I love you sending me the texts every single time you get into contract. So, talk to us about where you're at, what's led to all this momentum, and share it with the group, my friend. Let's roll.
Hello, everyone. So, I'm just doing my makeup, headed to the office soon, but basically, my first year, I don't know if many of you know, but I might have had 10 days off the whole year because I had a whole thing about I couldn't even relax. I had to do whatever it took to get business. So I think that my first year was really tough. I had a lot of hard deals. Even I closed some deals, but I just had to keep going, keep going. I did 5 open houses a week, all the time. I cold called every week. I door knocked every week. I did so much and I continue to do all of that. But that set up my second year. And therefore, I continued to work last year, my second year, really hard all the time. And that has then brought me this year. Plus the team. I love the team. I love everyone on the team. Certain people on the team are really amazing. All the admin have been helpful. All the things they do for me. Every little thing is so good about this team, and that's why I'm successful too. So there we go.
Well, Kelly, I appreciate it. And you're on your 8th contract already, right?
Yeah, about to be on the 9th.
I mean, it's only February 17th. February 17th. So congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Working hard.
That's right. All right, guys, let's continue cruising on. Evelyn got in contract out in Modesto. Toots and Hugo got into contract in Vacaville. Continuing on, Danielle got into contract in Dunnigan. I don't know exactly where that is. And then Toots once again with Ina got into contract on a flex deal out in Dixon. So congratulations to each of you. Nicole, great to see you on the leaderboard. Chris and Anna, I love this partnership out in Rancho Cordova. Continuing on, you guys, Sunny and Mama San both had record-breaking years this last year. It's great to see how much they have grown. And then this year, Andrea is making a stance that she says, I'm going to get more into the luxury space in 2026, and we're here for that. So Eric got into contract twice, once in Vallejo, once in Windsor. Sunny is on the board once again with Ali. It's good to see Ali's face on the board. And then Tim and Sierra got into contract for 925. Love that. I wish I was invited to the dinner that they had last night for Chinese New Year, but maybe next time. Ali got into contract again. And then Kelly, 1.3. My friend, is this your largest contract or largest deal in your career?
I've done a couple 1.3s, but this one is 1.325. So, yeah.
I love it, my friend. Well, congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. All right, guys, let's continue rolling on. Christine Holt got in contract in Pacifica, and Ronnie Escalante with a 1.9 preferred deal in San Francisco. Love the price point, you guys. Congratulations on monster deals. Glenn, talking about monster deals 2.1. Let's go over you, my man. Livermore. Let's talk to the group about that deal and your strategy and what worked, my man. Let's roll.
Literally 12 months. I've been showing these people homes for 12 months. 119 homes is what we saw over that 12-month period. And this was we put 3 offers in on 3 homes. So this is the third home that we put an offer in on. And it happened I showed during, they had a baby on Thursday, and I showed them the home on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. And
Wow.
I went to the broker's tour for this one the week before. And I'd worked with the agent previously, and I told the agent, my clients are going to love this house. What do I need to do to make this happen? And she was very excited to work with me again, and she told me what they were looking for. And I got to show, and we know how challenging this can be sometimes, but I got to show all 4 parents the house because they were all in town for the birth of the baby, the grandchild. And the dad said to me outside, he said, what do they need to do to get this house? They love
Mm.
the house. And I said, listen to me. They must listen to me. And he's like, all right, I'm going to tell them to listen to you. And so I told them, I said, if you want this house, you have to come in at 2.1 or higher. And we have to close in less than 10 days. So
Mm.
they, like, all uncomfortable things, they wanted to go non-contingent, but they were nervous about getting home insurance. I said, I can get you a home insurance quote tomorrow. So just and that's what we do as salespeople and real estate agent. Is that we have to remove those roadblocks. And there comes a point in time where you're like, I know best. I know best. You want this? This is what you got to do. And they listened to me, and we got it. And it's been awesome.
You know what? I absolutely love that, especially dealing with all of the parents, right? But I mean, no better person to deal with all the parents and, like let them know, like, hey, I got them and I'm in control. Just listen, have them follow my lead. Really good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank
What a
you.
way to kick off 2026 with the 2.1 in contract. So, congratulations to you. Going over to the seller side, Anna got into contract 3 times in Stockton. So looks like that Stockton market is pretty hot right now. Sophia and Chris got their listing into contract for 420. Jessica and Kenny, they both got into contract once in San Leandro and once in Richmond. And then Danielle, once again, Rio Vista, Justin Sapos, Susan City, and then Christine and then Kelly Hooker, 699. Kelly's been working with this lady for a long time, like Glenn was saying. I think it's been about a year, and this person was stubborn. They weren't listening, and she was able to help that family and get the home into contract. So congratulations. Brittany and Kuhn got into contract for 942. Brittany, we saw the baby at the year in review. How cute is she with all her hair? So congratulations. Good to see you still working at a very, very high level. And Kuhn got into contract for 2.4. So congratulations, Kuhn. I'm just going to pause here for a quick second. I think that this is definitely Instagrammable. This is worthy of you guys talking about the production that was produced in 2 weeks from the team. A little shy of $35 million worth of production in just 2 weeks, 48 new escrows. And that is what people tend to think, that February is a slower time, right? There's people out on Valentine's Day. There was people out on Super Bowl Sunday. So I believe that it's slow for the people that are not staying in motion, but for the people that stay consistently in motion, they're out there doing the activities, they're going to find the opportunity. So congratulations, team, on an amazing, amazing last 2 weeks. And I want to send a huge shout out to Alexis. Alexis has been showing up. I did a buyer consultation with her last week. We role played through it. Solid, absolutely solid performance of how she articulates the buyer consultation. She has tons of energy, and the way that she brings her messages across was really, really relatable. And so congratulations, Alexis. You have moved out of your advisorship and moved on to a higher split. So congratulations on all of your growth thus far. All right, guys, looking ahead. On March 5th, if you haven't attended in the past, if you happen to be close to the office, come by, have lunch on us. Our Lunch Buck Social is happening March 5th from 12 to 2 p.m. at headquarters. So make sure that you guys are there. Now, a couple things that I want to share with you. Johannes, you had brought a date up, but I think you had the date wrong, my friend. It's all good. Next month, and I'll make sure to put this in slides for next week. So on the 20, let me go back here. Okay, cool. On the 27th, and this is already on the team calendar, we're going to be doing a Keep It Moving quarterly in-person coaching. And so I'll provide lunch, we'll have some food, and we'll break bread. but we're going to do an in-person coaching session at our office in HQ, or excuse me, at HQ. It's just an opportunity for us to come together as a coaching community. Also, we're going to be doing an in-person workshop on how to do effective open houses at an actual listing. And so more information will come from that. We're going to get us all together. We're going to go to somebody's listing, and I'm going to take you through every single nuance from the moment you say hello, how you tour the property, how you talk about material facts, and then how you, most importantly, book for an appointment. We're going to check our posture, what we're doing, how we're saying, are we over talking, so on and so forth. We're going to do a fun workshop. And so stay tuned for that. But before we head out, is there anything that you guys have, any thoughts, any contributions, any questions that you guys have before we wrap our meeting for the day? Let's go, Blessing.
I already posted it in Slack, but I'm going to ask one more time, please, please, please. My nonprofit, Helping One Woman, is being nominated for Nonprofit of the Year in Brentwood. Voting closes this Friday, so I'm going to drop it in Slack again. If you don't mind voting for us, a little birdie told us that we're really close, and it would mean the world because all of those funds then go to support the chapter, but just more awareness of what we do every single month, because tonight is the dinner and all funds raised tonight go to that recipient and they pick next month's recipient. And it is a member of the community going through something that's just really terrible. So if you don't mind voting for us, we would really appreciate it. And I have some suggestions for some of the other candidates on the ballot, but just thank you in advance to anyone who does vote for us.
Blessing, can you put it here as well?
Absolutely.
Thank you, my friend. I'll hold. Anybody else have any thoughts, any contributions? Dan, anything on your end, anything in the leads world that you want to talk about? Are you good?
Nope, all set.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me go ahead. All right. I have the link pulled up. And so is there any particular person, or are you on here, my friend?
So Helping One Woman is the nonprofit.
Okay.
And then support Dutch Bros. They've been really good. Rebecca Ross as volunteer. She is actually our recipient for tonight.
Okay.
Does a lot in the community. And Alexa Reiser for a young professional. I have, for those of you that don't know, I also do costuming for my son's middle school. She has been an actor in the program. So I've known her since she was in 6th grade. And she's just a stellar young lady. So I was super excited to see her on there.
So we can vote even though we don't believe in Dutch Bros coffee. I'm still.
You can vote for A Steep in Time, or actually any of the other nonprofits. You can. The only ones that you don't have a choice is me and Alexa. Everyone else, do what you need to.
Cool. I love the freedom of choice, kind of. So.
Yeah. If you need help, let me know, and share it with your family because it's one per email.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, then we've got some big stuff on the horizon, you guys. We're going to make sure to get this training on the schedule. Looking forward to doing our cocktails and converters in a couple weeks. Looking forward to doing our Zillow, what is it? Our quarterly meeting, right, Dan? It's our quarterly
in person.
Is that already next week?
Next week.
Oh my goodness. Gosh, it came up quick. So tell everybody that's on the Zillow team what that event is in case they missed the message.
Yep. Every quarter we get together in person, do some skill building, break bread together. Going to be hanging out at the office 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Be there. It is required for the Zillow team members. And then at 4 o'clock that same day, we're going to be doing cocktails for converters. So do the meeting, have a little break, catch up on business, and then go out and have some cocktails, celebrate some wins.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys, more information to come. If you need anything, you know where to find us. Make sure to be on for Keep It Moving tomorrow. I'll see you guys at 8:30. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Have an amazing day. Congratulations on a monster 2 weeks. Appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day.